Ever wondered what happens when a billionaire's kid throws a tantrum? I found out when I became the emergency nanny for the world's most expensive birthday party. I was working part-time at an elite childcare agency while finishing my teaching degree. Most assignments were pretty standard, minus wealthy families needing weekend sitters or after-school help. Then came the call that changed everything. We need someone for a last-minute assignment, 3 days, $10,000 flat fee. Are you available to fly out tomorrow? I nearly dropped my phone. That was more than a semester's tuition. What's the catch? I asked. The regular nanny quit this morning. It's for the Harrington twins' birthday weekend, private island, about 50 guests. You'd be responsible for the birthday boy and girl, plus organizing activities for the other children attending the Harringtons. Even I knew that name. That billionaires who'd recently bought a social media platform just because their daughter liked it. 24 hours later, I was on a private jet headed to an island I couldn't find on Google Earth. The flight attendant handed me a leather portfolio with the weekend itinerary. I flipped through pages of scheduled entertainment, professional circus performers, a custom water park installation, a private concert by a pop star my students obsessed over. Is this all for a 7th birthday party? I asked. The attendant smiled. When we landed, I was escorted to a guest house bigger than my entire apartment. Building a staff member informed me that this was just for the children's activities, minus the adults had their own compound on the other side of the island. I met the twins, Emma and Ethan, who were surprisingly sweet despite their surroundings. Their parents appeared briefly, designer sunglasses never leaving their faces, to explain that I should make sure the children want for nothing. The party began the next day. Sight Herd has arrived with their kids, Tet Moguls, a former president, all for a children's birthday party. Everything was going smoothly until the magic show. The magician, minus who I later learned charged $100,000 for private performances. Mines asked Emma to pick a card. When he revealed the wrong card as her choice, Emma's face crumpled. "You ruined it," she screamed. "Daddy said everything would be perfect." Before I could intervene, Emma's father appeared as if summoned by her distress. He didn't raise his voice. He simply looked at the magician and said, "Fix this." The magician stammered an apology, explaining that mistakes happen in live performances. Mr. Harrington smiled thinly. "My daughter doesn't experience mistakes. Your fee has been donated to charity. Please leave." Security appeared and escorted the magician away. I stood frozen, unsure what to do as Emma continued crying. Then Mr. Harrington turned to me. "The backup entertainment?" I blinked. "Sir, there is a backup entertainer, yes. The contingency plan." I frantically flipped through my portfolio. There was indeed a page labeled contingencies with a list of replacement entertainers on standby at a nearby hotel. Within 30 minutes, David Blaine was performing card tricks for the children that night after the kids were asleep. I found Mrs. Harrington by the infinity pool. I worked up the courage to ask if this level of everything was normal for their children's birthdays. She looked genuinely confused. This is just the small celebration. Their actual birthday gift is next week. We're taking their entire class to Disney World. We bought out the park for the day so they won't have to wait in lines." She must have seen my expression because, she added, "We know it seems excessive, but when you have everything, the only gift that matters is making memories." As I flew home on their private jet, the flight attendant handed me an envelope. Inside was my fee plus a $15,000 inconvenience bonus for the magic show incident. I used it to pay off my student loans. The Harringtons probably spent more on the twins' birthday cake than my entire education. Sometimes I check their social media and see the twins growing up in their billion-dollar bubble. I wonder if they'll ever understand that for most of the world the backup plan isn't David Blaine minus, it's just disappointment. But hey, for 3 days I got to see how the other 0.001% lives, and they tipped really, really well.